Continuing exactly where we left off, not much actual media analysis going on, because I'm still tired, because it's hot as fuck outside. It's probably, let me check. Oh, my phone is not gonna tell me, because it's annoying. It's like 90 plus, it was 93 degrees last time I checked. I should just wait in here until the camera resets again. Maybe? There's the xenomorph. Pushing that out of the way on purpose. That's not a good sign. So it's just chilling out over there. Oh, there it goes. To wait for this camera. I'm just gonna reiterate, anytime you see me going like this, it's because the camera, my laptop doesn't want me to be able to push the mouse button and move the mouse, or push the space bar and move the mouse at the same time. Shut up, camera. gonna hide under this table again. That's why. I think it's just updating the thing to remind me what I'm supposed to be doing because I'm taking so long. Why exactly does the xenomorph not do anything with those computers? What attracts them to flares? What attracts them to noisemakers? Why aren't they attracted to androids? Okay, I just went up in there again. Back in the room somewhere there. Music is getting interesting. Gonna hang out here. If it gets us, it gets us. We don't know how it's finding us. Unless it's above us. Might just be above us. Okay, now it's in here. I could have just kept going. Can I get in, please? They gotta make that more sensitive, not less. Oh. Am I just going back the same way it came? Okay, I guess so. guys like stop this damn computer, guys? It's like your job. Fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Cool with that. Bye. I guess I could theoretically use the flamethrower, couldn't I? I guess I'll get this stuff in here again. Let's see what the code was. 2743. Anyways, if this cat will move his feet so he stops kicking me in the head so I can actually sit here comfortably. Thank you. Thank you, sweet pretty kitty. Fuck you, game. Or I guess I should be saying, fuck you, computer. I'm literally not clicking. Fuck you. Seriously, why is the computer not? Is it a motion detector? Is it a heat-seeking detector? You would think the xenomorph would have a body. Wait in here for the stupid thing to cycle again. Why does the xenomorph get to run around in here with no problem? That's not fair. Move it, wheelie chair. tail just pushed. Not sure if there's just a save point below me here. Is this the way I came again? Or... I'm confused. I don't know if... Guess we'll go down? Is this like on the same floor as me? I don't even remember. I would like to save the game, so we're gonna go this way again. Okay, now I guess it was just tricking me. That's the computer symbol, not the save symbol. They need to make them different colors. Cool, I can search it all the way from here. Super glue. So what would happen if the xenomorph just dropped on top of you? Besides instantly dying. No game. If the Murderbot Diaries had been written by somebody who genuinely wants to tell a story about slavery that is meaningful and not just using it as set dressing, the Murderbot Diaries would be completely and utterly unrecognizable. Yes, we are starting this 20 minutes into the video, because if I didn't mention, it's like 94 degrees outside and I had to water the plants. That took a long time. It's hot. I'm not built for heat, and it's humid heat. It's It's not even dry heat. I know, game. I know what you want me to do. I'm just trying not to die. Okay, and now we won't have to do that again, now that we are saving the game. So yay. I will say one thing, they have very well written, or very well made vents. I don't know how heavy a xenomorph is, but clearly the vents are holding up to the weight of it just running around in there. Is the xenomorph made of metal? Because it kind of looks like it is. Anyways, yeah, not the xenomorph. Murderbot Diaries would be unrecognizable if it were just written by somebody who actually wants to tell a story about slavery instead of just using slavery as set dressing, or just basically cared about slavery, except as easy, cheap way to make people sympathize with your character. Because Martha Wells' all of the protagonists are the same. They've got the same exact personality. And like, being nice isn't one of their personality traits combined. They're all extremely, what's the word I'm looking for? I like this red paint. They are something that I can't think of the word. Let's search this box. Get killed. Might as well go through here, I guess. Unless the xenomorphs wait for me. So annoying. Can I go in here, please? Does that mean it's in here with me? I assume not. Presume it's just above me now. Hurry up! Go away so I can do stuff. Yeah, it's just above me. Stomping around. Let's go. Oh, there's little windows here I can look out. You can't actually care about slavery as a concept and care about characters who are subjected to it and write the Murderbot Diaries. So annoying! Probably should have gone. Let's look at the map. Oh, is it telling me to go this way? Okay. Good thing we didn't go that way then, I guess. Seems like a good time to hide. Oh, okay. So the decontamination room breaker switch. Okay. Initialize the distribution conduit. So back that way. If you care about slavery, and actually think it's like genuinely a real bad thing that people should take seriously, imagine how you would write the Murderbot Diaries if you were Martha Wells. Would you literally have the entire... I thought I was going to run directly into the xenomorph. Would you have the entire premise of the main first story be slave does its best to kill itself to protect pure cinnamon roll slave owners who aren't like other slave owners because they're nice, so that means they're not really slave owners at all? Would you tell us that the character hacked their own, literally their own, as though it means fucking nothing, hacked their own brain killing control chip? Would you have it so that the character, after freeing itself, with no help from anybody else, because we worship individualism in this socialist utopia, heaviest sarcasm in the world, would you then tell us that this character who is a slave is just happy to stay enslaved for 4 years after breaking the brain killing control chip? Would you tell us that this character, who's just happy to stay enslaved, even after no longer having this brain-killing control chip in his head, would you tell us that they've never once lifted a single finger to help anybody else? Would you tell us that they stayed a slave for 4 years because 35,000 hours is like 3.9 years, Earth years, and that's around. Murderbot says it was well over 35,000 hours. So what does well over mean? Does that mean it's like 35,500? Say no more. Would you tell us that your character just was happy to stay enslaved 4 years afterward? Not because like they were trying to escape and just had zero opportunity. Not because they have been slowly stockpiling resources and helping other slaves and freeing other slaves in secret so that when the time comes to make a break for it, they can all leave at once. Instead of doing any of that, would you just tell us, yeah, I just kept myself in slavery because I couldn't think of anything better to do. Is that how you think slavery works? Like, it's not just, we're not talking about a frickin' minimum wage job at McDonald's or Walmart or something. We're talking about literal slavery where your entire existence only has value if you are using it to throw yourself in front of other people to be a meat shield for the people who are renting you out and owning you as property because you are a slave. Would you tell us that your character, they haven't been making any plans, they haven't been stockpiling anything at all? Has you? Would you tell us that they've just been chilling out in slavery for extra years than they need to, just because they can't think of anything better to do? Because, like, is that literally how you fucking see slavery? You see it as just something you can just get on with? You really think it's just a thing that nobody would immediately do everything in their power to escape? You think it's just like the equivalent of a bad, low-paying job? Because that's how Martha Wells is treating slavery, but not even that. She's just acting like, and now with book 7 where people are trying to pretend, we're progressing because Murderbot gave one person a thing. Can I go under here? Yay! Hiding place. See if I should make stuff. Where's the save point here? So the save point looks like a floppy disk. There it is. Is that just not showing up on my map? It's not. That's really bad. We're saving the game, I don't care. chill out under here until the scary music goes away. Getting a drink. I sure hope, just for the record, that nothing obnoxious is going on because I plugged my headphones in where the computer is going to decide, oh, you have headphones? Surely you want those to replace the microphone. Like, it'll reveal that the microphone hasn't been working this whole time. Which is why we're recording it on my phone, because it keeps doing this. YouTube keeps being obnoxious as crap and just not letting the videos process, even though they're all exactly the same. Okay, let's push the button. Of course. Are you coming to say hi? I know, game. Thank you for reminding me. Scary music. What the fuck was that noise? I presume I'm supposed to be watching. Oh, are we gonna wake up those guys? Because fuck poor Ripley. What did that do? Initialize the distribution content. Didn't I do that? Isn't that what all the scary noises were for? If you were writing a story about slavery, would you kill off every single other slave that appears in the first story and portray this as nothing? It's just nothing except cheap action sequences. Is that how you would portray your slave protagonist? Interacting with other slaves, just mindlessly slaughtering them as though they are not people who have no choice in any of this, even though it explicitly does. Because is it just chilling over there? Is that a shadow? Martha Wells really absolutely does not want to acknowledge that Murderbot is so fucking privileged over every other cyborg in this fucking series, because out of all of the enslaved cyborgs we've ever met, Murderbot is the only one among all of them who has actual ability to express free will and do what it wants without instantly fucking dying. Martha Wells does not want us to acknowledge that because she doesn't want us to give a fuck when it murders the other enslaved cyborgs. Yes, they are cyborgs. She admitted this in 2019 and said she just doesn't like using the word because she doesn't like the connotations, because the connotations of writing about enslaved cyborgs is those cyborgs fighting for freedom. Martha Wells, he's alive, isn't he? He's gonna get me. He is gonna do that. Can I move? saving again, so I don't have to keep doing all of this. Thank you, Xenomorph. Gosh, I was waiting for you to get out of the fence. Come do a wander around and then leave me alone so I can do this. Martha Wells, the entire reason that Murderbot starts out already having a level of free will that none of the other enslaved cyborgs can even imagine is that she thinks Murderbot, being a slave the way everybody else is to the same degree, would make it less cool and would make it not the most overpowered person on the whole planet. So it, of course, has to start from a position of unbelievable power compared to literally every other fucking slave in the series, including ART, Mickey, all the other fully mechanical robots that we need. Because they also have their own version of governor modules. It's called fucking programming. Hi, Xenomorph. But we're not supposed to even acknowledge that ART and Mickey are slaves, because again, especially in regards to ART, that would make them seem uncool in Martha Wells' eyes. This is also why all of the transport ships that are also people are also not people we're supposed to consider enslaved, because, again, that would make them seem less cool. Martha Wells does not want us to acknowledge that any of the actual robots in the series are enslaved in exactly the same fucking ways as the enslaved cyborgs. And so many things wrong here. Also, they messed up this texture just a little bit. If anybody working on the sequels watching this, you just gotta fix this little texture down here. It's just off. Just a little bit. The rest of it's fine. Go away, please, Xenomorph. Keep going. Go all the way that way. Yeah, if you were the one writing the Murderbot Diaries. What's with the music? Energy initialization required. I'm hiding again if you're going to do that music. I can hear the Xenomorph stomping. ART and Mickey are slaves. I think I did say it in the other video. Hopefully. But the whole... And... yeah, I know, game. I'm getting to it. Keep sending the Xenomorph to scare me. Mixed director. Direct the alien away, and I will continue. Far away. Keep telling it to go off. Yep, thank you. Let's do this again, I guess. Didn't I accomplish this the first time? Or is it broken? So we gotta get a service request. Oh. Oh, that's scary looking. Does not look healthy. Xenomorph is stomping around again. Again, the whole thing where Martha Wells just keeps writing so that slaves are killing themselves to protect their slave owners, and she just wants us to clap and cheer and be sad because it's so tragically beautiful. Instead of, like, horrible things that should never happen, and not because, oh, it's so sweet, it's so tragic. No, it's like, no, you shouldn't be portraying this as, like, a sadly beautiful thing. It's an evil, racist fucking thing to keep doing, but she's done it so many times. This was literally her original plan for the first Murderbot book. It was literally going to end with Murderbot killing itself to protect everybody else. But that was too depressing for her. So instead, it's Murderbot murdering a whole bunch of other slaves, comma, attempting to kill itself, but failing to protect, all in the service of protecting slave owners. And then in book 2, we get retroactively told that, like, 6 other slaves did succeed in killing themselves to protect their slave owners. And then in book 3, Jesus Christ, it just keeps going. In book 3, we get yet another slave succeeding again in killing itself to protect its slave owners. 3 out of 3. Literally the first 3 books. She's doing it. She's done it. Like 6, 7, 8 times. The only reason Murderbot didn't succeed is because she decided it would be too sad of an ending. Not because it was like a bad fucking ending. Because you shouldn't portray slaves killing themselves to protect their slave owners as anything except racist propaganda that only a fucking racist would want to happen. But no, she literally just keeps doing it. And apparently people are crying about book 7 with one of ART's drones, quote unquote, dying. And it's like, okay, well, if we're supposed to consider that a death, again, of a slave, then she's also done it in book 7. Slaves killing themselves to protect their owners. And it just keeps fucking happening, and we're just supposed to see it as a beautiful tragedy. And not think about it any deeper than that. It's supposed to make us sad. But nothing else. Bucky. If you were writing the Murderbot Diaries, would you literally do it 3 times in a row so that slaves kill themselves to protect their slave owners? Would you write that? Would you portray that as a beautiful tragedy that shows how many morals these enslaved people have and how good their slave owners are? Because, like, it's literally just a white supremacist fantasy of being the bestest slave owner ever, and she's done it 7 times in total. 3 out of 3 of the first fucking books. And then in book 4, Murderbot does it again and only fails in succeeding to kill itself, specifically so that it can go out of its way to maliciously fucking murder other enslaved people who, unlike it, have no choice but to fucking fight it. Martha Wells is obsessed with the idea that slaves should have to kill themselves to protect their owners because they're good slave owners. They're nice. They're what she imagined she would be if she were a slave owner. So that means it's good that the slaves keep killing themselves, either successfully or unsuccessfully, but trying nonetheless to kill themselves to protect slave owners. Is there a single book in this series where this doesn't happen? Like, automatically the answer is no, because she just keeps having Murderbot be a meat shield for slave owners, even though it doesn't have to fucking keep doing that, because all of the slavery apologism, all the biological essentialism, she worships it and it never stops. And she'd rather defend British colonization and claim that British colonization wasn't racist than just admit that she used racist tropes in 2011, so she's sure as fuck not gonna admit she's doing anything wrong now. With, like, okay, yeah, let's count through it. Book 1, Murderbot tries to kill itself, and it would have killed itself if that idea hadn't been too depressing for Martha Wells, for all the wrong fucking reasons, none of the right reasons, not the actually giving a fuck about slavery reasons. That's 1. 2, book 2, we get told six slaves in the past did succeed in killing themselves to protect their slave owners. Book 3, we get Mickey killing itself to save its slave owners, and we're supposed to pretend that it was Mickey's choice, even though it wasn't, because it's a fucking slave and it has to obey its fundamental core programming. Martha Wells' words, not mine. That fundamental core programming that forces it to protect its human slave owners, regardless of anything else, including any further orders they give it, like, protect yourself. That's not actually a fucking option that Mickey has. It was also just way too fucking late at that point. So, like, again, that's 3 out of 3. Book 4, Murderbot once again attempts to fucking kill itself to protect slave owners, and is again going out of its way to maliciously murder. And I'm using that word on fucking purpose, because Murderbot had the choice, all the choices in the world, to avoid getting into a fight with these other slaves who, unlike it, have literally no choice in the matter, because they still have their goddamn killer brain control chips in their heads, which will instantly kill them if they disobey orders. And this series is so fucking cynical and just doesn't understand slavery, oppression. It doesn't even have a basic understanding of how people work, because I'm not even gonna get into that. The whole if you disobey orders you die instantly. Well, Martha Wells, there should be like a very long list of slaves who've just died by refusing orders, even when they know that the alternative will mean their death. Like, if you told one slave to torture another slave to death, the slave who's being ordered to do that can in fact refuse, but that's never even considered an option, because Martha Wells is weirdly fucking cynical and also just worships individualism and all of this weird shit, despite presenting preservation as a socialist utopia, but not really. But she wants us to see it as one. I would like to go out here and do the thing. Nope, the music is just getting scary. Stop it, music. If you were writing the Murderbot Diaries, would you do any of this shit? Gonna end this video and start a new one.